Yeah, the west side. That's what I was thinking. How are you? Very good. Who's the owner of that car right there?
No, they're here inside.
Can I speak to her?
Sure, yeah.
Thank you.
Can I go?
Yeah, I'll walk with you. Said she's inside. You live by yourself?
No, she has family.
She's your family?
No.
Oh, she has family.
Hi, guys.
Miranda, can you step out? I need to talk to you.
Why?
Because it's about the text messages you've been saying.
From where?
Well, I guess from you. Come here. Who's here?
Bruh. Now this is what's weird about this video. She's wearing headphones in real life, but she's wearing them in her profile picture, which means which I would aim to believe that she's perhaps autistic to a point. I've lived in other countries. I've lived in probably 4 or 5 other countries. Never at any point in time did I think to myself, I don't like the president of this country. Instead of just leaving this country, let me threaten to harm or kill the leader of this country. Why do people feel so comfortable coming to the United States and breaking our laws, but they would never even dream about doing this in their home country or another country? There's a woman that she used to be my neighbor in LA, and she was doxing ICE. Her last name's Martinez. She ended up getting, ICE came and got her, pulled her out of a Tesla in LA. Everything she was doing in LA, chasing down ICE, social justice activists, talking about immigration and all that. Once they deport her little pretty ass, she gets back to Colombia. Now she's on there just doing beauty videos and talking about how pretty she is and selling sex. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why couldn't you just sell sex in the US? Why were you insisted upon being some fake social justice warrior? Where's that same energy? Colombia does deportations every day. Colombia has a president that's kind of crazy. Like what? Why did you feel so comfortable coming over here, complaining about us, threatening our officials, but you would never do that at home or in another country? It's because we have not been a serious nation. And that's why we have to now crack the whip. Even someone who might have a mental disability, that's no excuse. Also, I was reading a report. She did this before. She was arrested for this doing in 2019. She threatened to shoot up an elementary school. She doesn't even speak fucking English barely. Why is she even still in the country? The beautiful thing is, now she won't be. After this arrest, they will be sending her ass packing. She will be in all the pico de gallo she can eat, coming right up.
With you.
My kids and me?
Anybody else?
What I'm doing? I ain't doing nothing though.
You have a warrant.
I'm not doing nothing.
You got a warrant.
I got a warrant once.
I haven't seen big ass Beats by Dre headphones like that in years. So that means that, when I see people with headphones like that, I think that she has some kind of mental consumption, but it doesn't matter. Whoever is your caregiver should also monitor what you're doing on the internet and what you're saying. How dare you threaten my fucking president? And matter of fact, and there's a lot of people that threaten the president. Why don't they pull up and go try it? Everyone knows that the people in Minnesota, law enforcement anywhere you go in the country represent our president. Law enforcement represents the president. If you feeling froggy, jump. Take your best leap. But we are going to protect our president. We love him. We love what he's doing. We voted for him to do this. He's enacting our will right now. Ever since immigration has kicked up in Los Angeles, rents have gone down, jobs have gone up, and pay have gone up. All my friends are back to work. They're back driving trucks. They're back working factory jobs, and all of our rents are going down. If that's what it takes to get us results in Los Angeles and California, then get rid of them all. Every single one. I'm talking about, I want so many gone that I will never have to press 1 for English ever again. And I am a Spanish speaker. I'm Latino myself. I don't want a bunch of fucking illegals here. My family went through the motions. You should too. But because we went through the motions, you know who we are. When these illegals come over here and they commit crimes, why do you think the Somalian thing is it's so hard to arrest those people? They don't want to tell you this is because they don't know who they really are. Nobody knows. Yeah, he said his name is Muhammad Abdullah, but it could be Abdullah Muhammad. It could be Abdullah Muhammad. It could be a lot of different, and you will never know. He's no birth certificate, no social security card, no finger. You don't know who he is. So they don't know who to arrest. The only people they can arrest are the people they know who they are, the white woman. She's an American. They know who she is. Everybody else is just, it could be just fake names on the internet, fake people. Nobody knows. And a lot of them are getting out of Dodge. So that's why it's so hard. That's why immigration, illegal immigration, that's why all this stuff is bad. And we have to get rid of it. And we have to stop it right away.
Miranda, listen to the words we're saying. Who's here with you to take care of the kids? You have a warrant from Miranda.
Hey, Rosie Perez, calm the fuck down and get and take these cuffs and go put a shirt on. What the hell are you doing walking around here looking like a little fucking remember that show on E where they used to go to Tulum and they used to go to all these places in Mexico and they'd be on the beach with the food? Looking like one of those models from that show. Girl, you put some damn clothes on.
Miranda, we're good.
You made terroristic threats against our fucking president, for starters. And then you're also public nudity.
Listen? Can you listen? You have a warrant for written threats. I will let you talk to the...
If she takes this picture and uses it on her OnlyFans, that will be insane. And I got $6 per month for the subscription. Shit, I'll do $7.50 for the subscription, okay? As long as you keep them headphones on and everything else go, but keep the headphones on for Big Rico, we're good.
Yeah, my bag. Wait, can I get my shoes?
Yes.
Can I get my phone?
Can we call your dad? How far is dad away?
Please.
Yeah.
Can you do that now?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's
Can you get your mic?
You little spicy internet freak talking about what did I do? You little what? You did it all. We know everything. We know what you did last summer, you little freak out here threatening presidents. Yeah, you probably get it though. But all right, listen, that's besides the point. Okay, she shouldn't be threatening the president. Okay, but we probably can make some arrangements. We got to make some arrangements. You can probably figure something out. I don't know. She might threaten me, so never mind.
Thank you. Hey, we'll get a shirt.
Darissa said, all right, my nigga, I'm going to holler at you and bounced. At least he's not crying. He knows his mama's crazy. You know your mom crazy. Come on. I believe she might have threatened her dog too and made good on it. And she was practicing on Trump. See what I mean? Trying to perfect her aim, knocked her own dog down, all bad.
How far is your family away? How far is her father? Your father? Does your father live here too? Can you get him on the phone?
Is he hear me?
I might be able to.
Holy shit, how many kids are in this house? Damn, she's just popping them out. A bunch of little anchor babies scurrying around while their mom's on the interwebs. being a little freaky, little spicy, little Latina terrorist.
Okay, can you put him on the phone so I can speak with him? Does he speak English?
Yes. He speaks Spanish and English.
Okay, when the police call your dad, tell them to press 2. Tell them to press 2 for Spanish and 1 for English.
Yeah. You guys are on the road. I'm gonna be over here. We're just gonna talk to her when you're back, okay? Okay, sweetheart.
What?
Damn, even the little baby's a snitched on her. She said, yeah, she's talking about hitting Trump. She hit me too. Kids are hilarious on Bodycam.
All right. You keep an eye on her. Hello? Hi, this is Sergeant McCann from the Sheriff's Office. How are you? Good. Your daughter has a warrant for written threats to do bodily harm. Signed by it. She's got a warrant for written threats to do bodily harm. So she needs to be taken to the jail for processing. Is there anybody that can come over here and watch the kids? How far are you from here? Okay, 15 minutes. We'll wait for you here, okay? Do you want shoes or you want sneakers?
Can I get in and get it?
No.
They're not there. They're not there. I'm telling you right now.
You know you're my witness too about sinning.
Look. They're not there.
They are there.
I don't want to get involved with this. They're not there.
So come on.
They're not under the bed. I don't know where.
Yes, those. No, those are my friends. Yeah.
There's only one of these. There's only one.
We'll find the give her that one.
Listen, make it. I'm helping you out here. I'm gonna let you make it short, okay? Don't make it a big deal.
It's embarrassing for my landlord, man.
I got you. We'll explain it to
We'll
you.
explain them so you don't get in trouble, okay?
I don't want to get kicked out. Let me get it back.
I don't know. I don't know why this. I don't know. This is the one. I don't know why this is hilarious to me. I mean, you got a little spicy little terrorist from Facebook, and I guess she didn't think the police would just pull up, and they pulled up on her and her headphones. This is hilarious.
Oh, he's blocking. Hang up. Okay. Wait a minute. You see the 5613067 credit.
This one?
Purple.
Purple.
Right there. Yes. I'm on credit. Speaker. So it's just because of that, right? The when I
We don't know. That's right.
Dad. Can you come here to the house,
We
please?
already spoke with him.
We did. All right.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'm good.
He's good. He's good. Grandpa helped me a lot. Yeah, my mom is in Texas. She's supposed to come down this year. I'm like,
Do you want us to take her? You guys
Yeah,
good?
Can I get my trunk?
Can you also
Can I get my
contact with
headphones?
the detective?
I want my
He already
headphones.
did. Yeah. I spoke to him. He
Can I
said
get my
take her
headphones?
right there.
You don't want to have your? Okay.
He said
Hold
okay.
on, sweetheart.
Just take her around the corner.
Can I get my
Come this
headphones?
way. No. We're not gonna take that.
Okay, can you push my hoodie up?
It just shows you a lot of people that hate Trump, they have a mental disability. It's crazy. It's like, how can you hear somebody say, I want to make America great again, but you choose to live in America, but you don't want it to be great. You know, it's the same people that are glamorize and glorify being in a street gang, being in some cult, but yet when it comes to having pride in your country, oh, that's white supremacy. That's evil. It's like, wait, then why do you choose to live here? Oh, because my people were problems. No. Go somewhere else. I don't understand. Why fill up our prisons? You know, that's where we put people. People that hate the country, people that are, they make threats and they're low-key dangerous. We put them in prisons. Instead of you ending up in prison for the rest of your life, why not just leave the country and go somewhere else? Why force yourself to stay here and end up in a situation like this? Like, leave, go be happy somewhere else. The Tatiana, the girl that was my neighbor in LA, she seems like she's happy as shit being back in Colombia. She's not talking about the president no more. She's not talking about ICE. She's not talking about her own government and their corruption and their immigration. She's just frolicking around, riding horses and shit. Go ride horses in another country. You can fly to Africa. I heard they don't have laws. You guys hate laws, right? You hate that we have immigration laws. We have traffic laws. We have all types of laws on the books. You hate it. You hate that you have to pay bills. There's places in Africa where you can go. There's no laws. There's no bills. And you're just out there, just vibranium, just Black Panthering it up. You don't have to stay here in the United States where you're unhappy. So like, why torture yourself? And then if we're deporting people, why don't you consider that as mercy, since this is such a horrible place? I mean, you guys hate it so much, you hate the president, you want to kill the president, then why don't you leave?
We'll stay and wait for the grandfather.
Okay.
What is the heart? Yeah, it was me. Okay. Sir, we don't want her to get in trouble with your rent.
Mhm.
She should be back tomorrow or later today.
Okay, then it's
Okay.
not due.
Okay, we don't want her to get evicted.
As a landlord, I have known if they are bad, so I have to get out and use it.
Right, okay.
Something.
Man, what the fuck is he saying? Bruh, there's no excuse to be in the United States for more than 2 years and to not be able to speak a lick. I'm talking a smidgen of English. You're not even trying. That just means you don't really respect the country. You didn't come here to assimilate. You don't want to be an American. And your loyalty is to wherever you're originally from. Because why on earth? How are you a landlord and you can barely pronounce any words in English? You live in you live in America. You live in the United States. And that's what I don't like about enclaves. I don't like my own people being in our own little communities where we only talk to each other. No. If we were going to do that, stay in Cuba. What are you doing in the US? No. Assimilate, become American, learn to speak professionally. You know what my grandmother used to say? She said, no one should be able to guess how you looked by just speaking to you over the phone. Meaning you should have a certain level of professionalism and clarity about how you enunciate certain words, etc. You should be able to talk so clear that people are trying to guess what you look like. Some people, you immediately know what they look like by just talking to them for 3 seconds. That's bad. That means you're not assimilated because you don't have responsibilities or you just live in your own little circle, and that's not good. You need to be more professional. That's why I don't like the Spanish people that do it. I don't like HBCUs. I don't like anybody who's not trying to figure out how to assimilate with the country that they live in, which is what creates a lot of this animosity. That's why we have so many issues now. And that's why we're like, let's just get rid of everybody because they don't want to be Americans. That's what it's really coming down to. And we've never done that before, which is why it seems so strange to people, because it's like when you have a child that's not used to being disciplined. You ever smack them, go outside there, what was that? You're not supposed to do that because we've never done it. Yeah, we're going to have to be more serious going forward. I mean, we almost lost everything.
No, not at all.
Oh, okay.
We don't want her and her family to be thrown on the streets. Yes, yeah. She's got a little bit of problems, so, okay. Grandpa, do you have an ID card?
I don't have it. I'll give you my birthday.
Okay, come back here.
Yeah, they know she has a little bit of a mental issue. That's why they're being gentle with her. I respect the police. They're especially body cams have revealed to us that the police are the good guys, and you fucking rabid animals are horrible to deal with. The police are the victims, like 99% of the time, and it's always crazy women that are always there. I feel like a lot of women are getting themselves in trouble because this is the only contact with men that they have left because we've left them alone. We don't even deal with them anymore. I don't even know any guys that are moving women in. None of us have living girlfriends no more because the internet has convinced them that the only way to be with the man is by annoying him and stressing him out. So a lot of guys don't do it anymore. So women have no choice but to create issues so that the only men who are forced to put up with them that are the police are going to have to show up. That's what I've been noticing, a huge problem with that.
Yeah, what's going on?
She's got a warrant for written threats. She was sending text messages, threatening text messages.
For real?
Allegedly, but yeah.
Uh, yes, yes.
Yes, the kids are good. And I spoke with the landlord, so
Yes.
she's not going to be removed.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he knows his daughter. He's even wearing a shirt that says the best kind of dad. You know, I don't know what it would be like to have a troubled child, you know, and you don't really know. And all you can do is love them, you know. I mean, I know people that have relatives that have issues. And you know what? They make it a thing. Every weekend, the family goes to visit them in jail or they go visit them in, you know, wherever they're being held at. And you kind of just roll with the punches because you don't want to seem like you're giving up on them, but you've known them since they were a child. And you always knew it was a possibility and that you really can't leave them unattended, but you also have a life. You have to work, you have to live too, and you can't just be full-time around your child. You're going to have to let them out into the world even with their disabilities. They're going to have to learn, but if they can't figure out how to get along and do the right thing, then they're going to end up in trouble, you know? So some of these people, they know and they try their best. And I can see it, you know, this guy seems like he cares. He's checking on the grandkids. Notice that none of the children are crying. They all know their mom has issues. Like they're not surprised by this at all.
Yeah, do me a favor.
He doesn't have it.
I don't have it. So, you can hold my
What's your full name?
Really?
Like on your license.
Julio
So
A-D-E-L-I-O.
Ledilio.
A-D-E-L-I-O.
Yeah.
Alright.
What's it, Papido?
Alright.
Alright.
Awesome. Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
This is Sergeant. I do drive.
Nice. Okay.
I do a lot of work for him. He's
Nice.
Yeah. Do you have his number? He doesn't have it.
I have it in my phone.
According to police, the woman was taken into custody and now faces a charge of written threats to kill or do bodily harm. Authorities say statements like these are treated as serious public safety concerns, even when made online or framed as jokes.
The main problem in this situation is that she was already arrested for this. Let me see. She was arrested for this back in, her name is Miranda Rico Perez. And she was already arrested for this in 2019 and for making threats to shoot up a local elementary school. The issue was she was found incompetent to stand trial in the case because she does have a mental disorder. So, I mean, I do think, but if convicted under the Florida law, she could face up to 15 years because now she's a repeat offender. They gave her leniency, but they can't just keep letting you go because you stand incompetent. I do think she will be a candidate for deportation. Just because, I mean, even if you have somebody with these types of issues, housing people in prison costs a lot of money. Housing them in asylums or places where you put people with these types of issues costs a lot of money. And it's sometimes a flight back to their home country to repatriate them, it wouldn't be the end of the world. Not to say that, and even if and think about it, that's why they're getting rid of birthright citizenship. If she was born here, but her parents weren't, she's also eligible for deportation. We're working on that. We have to. Allowing people to stay in this country that hate the country just because they use our constitutional protections against us. You know, I seen a guy today on the internet. He was like, I went out and fought in these wars just so that people can have the right to say what they want to say. And I was like, so you went out and you risked your life to defend people that hate the country that you were defending and you were willing to die for? Well, yeah. So I was like, so you went out and died so that certain people cannot stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, threaten the president, make, you know, and say that this country is horrible and trash and treat this country like that. That's what you wouldn't risk your life for that? I don't think that's what the protections are for. If you're really that angry or you're that upset about this country, go live somewhere else. You know, if you have a job that you hate, go work somewhere else. If you hate where you live, move. The answer is not just to stay there in misery and then try to bring everybody's energy level down around you by telling them how much you hate this place, how bad it is. Just leave. And it's like, if you don't want to make the decision to leave, then that's where we would have to come in and make the decision for you. It's not really up to you. It's up to the people with the guns and the people who have the military on what happens. We could literally just ignore everybody. If Trump wanted to, he could just ignore you. He has an army. You don't. All you have are whistles and words. And unless you want to end up like Renee, you might want to just get the hell out of the way. But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. Like and subscribe, share the video. I'll be back on with another topic in 20 minutes. Cheers.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.